Hello. Welcome back to another episode of 100 Southeast Asian Films in 100 Days. And today we'll be going through these 5 films. And the first one this week, Turumba by Kidlat Tahimik. Watching this film is like watching a child grow up learning about the world, and as he learns more, he loses his innocence and purity. The story and its underlying message is about post-colonization, capitalism, cultural identity, and modernization. It's bundled so well under an hour and a half and did not waste a second. The protagonist narrates us about his experiences and the things around him. Not only it's a story but a record of his culture like a documentary. Its unique storytelling manages to include the culture that gives the villagers their identity, display characters who are resilient in their beliefs, and embraces both the rapid change and stubborn stagnancy. The message is clear, concise, and coherent as it is presented from the lens of a child learning about the world. I adore this kind of brilliance that doesn't need to take up precious time but utilizes every second and keeping every aspect of the film consistent. And the second one this week, Nostalgia for the Countryside by Dang Nhat Min. This film perfectly encapsulates the feeling of a memory, whether it may be vivid or vague. We follow a protagonist in the story who I'd say is passive yet puts in the effort when the situation requires it. Typically, I'm critical to characters like these, but somehow I felt empathetic towards his experiences. The characters are nuanced, mostly subtle and warm. They don't show prejudice to bring anyone down. Often they adapt, resist, or understand the ones that they don't agree with and were sympathetic towards them. That's what made the characters in this film stand out. It's like this film is looking back on memories and forgiving all that has been done with love. That's what makes this film feel nostalgic. And the third film this week, The Little Girl of Hanoi by Hai Ninh. If you've seen Grave of the Fireflies by Isao Takahata, this may be a fraction of that in a Vietnamese point of view. The film follows an innocent child being caught between the crosshairs of the Americans and the Vietnamese. One of the lines that hit me was when she questions why were they being bombarded with explosions and bullets. She wonders what have the innocent and the weak has done to deserve this. What was more fascinating to me was that she had no prejudice against the enemy. She did not wish to seek revenge, but only wants to live a life with her family uninterrupted like it was before. Arguably, this could be propaganda coming from the country, but I feel like it's a piece of evident truth that not everyone wants war. The child knows no better from what I just said, because the child doesn't need to know any better. They deserve a normal childhood with its innocence and carefree nature, free from man's repugnance. And the fourth film this week, Butterfly and Flowers by Yuthana Mukdasanit. This coming-of-age film showcases the tumultuous life of a family and protagonist living a poor life, doing whatever to make ends meet or to put food on the table. I'm enticed by the music. It has a youthful, brave, and adventurous theme going for it, which pairs well with the protagonist although facing rough life challenges. The pacing and editing is steady, often generous with the time it takes to express the true colors of the characters. The protagonist also develops over time as he moves up in life. While learning much about the world, his personality starts changing. Though I feel like not all the characters were utilized to its fullest potential. Just some bits wasn't close to hit a mark at making certain characters or decisions relatable. And the fifth film this week, The Scent of Green Papaya by Tran An Hung. How beautiful and stunning this film is. I don't know exactly how to describe this piece of art. I'd say there is an immense amount of care and love to make this film detailed and expressive. The beauty lies in the nature in everything, from the characters to the flow of events, down to how every piece of item looks. That beauty is crafted meticulously with attention to every aspect like visuals, oral cues, and texture. Everything is planned and the flow feels seamless, as if life is casually running its course without stopping and without warning. The shots they use puts you in the lens of a poet who captures every moment, movements that tell more than words could. This film has so much it expresses through different methods, and that's this week's 5 films. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment down your thoughts. And I'll see you next week. Bye.